30 minutes model, where you would charge 50 or 75% for 30 minutes beyond a certain threshold. What would the expert get versus their normal rates? Will they get the same percentage, or you have thought through that?
Oh, understood. Yeah, I mean, I think that's another pilot consideration for it. Would is there a potential to have experts who participate in the pilot receive a differentiated rate or differentiated payment scheme than they're normally used to? I think the general structure is that if there's an hourly rate, and some experts have hour minimums, but otherwise it's just a portion of whatever the duration of the call is.
Okay, so I think you would have to think through again to differentiate whatever pricing you decide vis-a-vis the competition with your experts, particularly when you're soliciting them for 30 minutes, to lower the barrier of what they need to do to be selected for the engagement. Because, I just look at it from a user perspective as an expert of GLG and other networks. Having to write a lot of information to all these questions for a 30-minute interview is not the same as a 1-hour interview. And I don't know your competitors, how they are dealing with that and how they are lowering the efforts for the experts.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I don't know either. And I'm not sure they are. They may just pay their experts a lower, they may have lower expert fees. They may offer different payment schemes. We know a little bit, obviously. But we haven't been thinking about that side as much in any pilot, just given this, wanting to pilot something that's more simple to test client reaction. But there is something there economically.
Yeah, I think you can get away with giving them a smaller amount, etc. If the effort to be selected for an engagement
is less.
Goes down as well.
Yes. So that's interesting, and that's something we can think about. So we've basically talked about a pilot, which is you could limit by geography or industry or client. You could limit by type of expert, and you could also limit based on type of project or ease of project or ease of expert access, basically.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't want to make it too complex, but those are some considerations for us to think through.
Do you rate how the call went from the client's perspective?
We do.
And how much, I assume you did, how much granularity do you go into? And the reason I'm asking is I've been on calls where throughout the years where I felt that during that 35, 40, or 45 minute conversation, I have easily given your client at least 100x of whatever they pay. And if you have a lot of experts like that, and that is a differentiator, you may need a way of quantifying that to really differentiate yourself further from the competition in an increasingly commoditized market.
I think that's a great general idea that's not even directly related to this conversation.